Hello, my name is Chris and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. If you're planning on towing with the Stealth hitch on your Audi Q3, then you're going to need the Stealth towing kit installed as well. Now let's take a look at how I completed the install. You will need to provide the following tools or supplies to complete this installation. The installation of this towing kit is best done while the hitch is being installed. So we're going to go ahead and start here at this portion. If you are doing this after the fact, go ahead and jump back to the hitch video for detailed instructions on how we removed the fascia. Remove this plastic grommet on the passenger side to gain access with the wiring. Set this aside to be drilled later. Begin testing your wiring to look for your signals. This adapter here contains our left turn, our right turn, and our running lights. This vehicle does not use a separate stop signal. Do note that you should test the wire harness in this vehicle with the rear hatch closed. You must test your wires to confirm signals, as builds can vary and my wire colors are different than the instructions. Once you've established your signals, we can begin installing the converter box, the input signals, and the output wires. Let's begin with tapping the vehicle with the input wiring. Due to the closeness of the connections to the converter box, we do not need all this wiring. Go ahead and cut off quite a bit, leaving yourself just enough to make the connections. You may want to save the power wire, so let's leave that one alone. And just trim off the rest. Use a sharp object to cut the tape and give yourself some area for the clamp-on connectors. Apply the clamp-on connector to the identified running lights and clamp it down over the brown wire of the input box. Use linesman's pliers to clamp it shut from both sides. Now clamp the yellow wire to your identified left turn. And clamp the green wire to the identified right turn signal. Next up will be our white ground wire. Let's go ahead and install the ring terminal. We will use this existing ground point, remove it with a 10mm socket. Place the ring terminal into position and re-secure the nut. We're now ready to install our power wire. While the towing kit does include its own power wire, I'm going to use the U-Haul exclusive Power Wire 1. It is OEM grade, it has built-in resistances, and for that reason I start in the engine compartment and work my way backwards. We will gain access to our 12-volt power here in the fuse box. There are two locking clamps, and then the cover can be lifted. Remove this fastener with a 10mm socket and install the ring terminal. Route the fuse holder down through the channel and replace the cover. Place on the cover. I will now pass a fishing pole down the firewall, following the hard metal brake lines in order to retrieve my Power Wire 1 and bring it up to the fuse holder. Down here I can see several lines of the brake lines, and we want to make sure that we pass through them to use them as anchor points from underneath. I passed my power wire over this underbody connection rather than disconnecting it. Tape your power wire to the pole and pull it into the engine compartment. So we can now hide it behind some existing components. Go under your air intake tube. Use these electrical lines as an anchor point by going underneath and over them. Tuck it behind the battery box. And then connect it to your fuse holder. Secure the fuse holder and wiring using zip ties, making sure all the slack is worked to the rear of the vehicle. Use any electrical lines you can as anchor points. Underneath the vehicle, continue following the hard metal brake lines rearward and hiding the power wire underneath this underbody panel. There are several fasteners, at least 5 or more, that you will remove with a 10mm socket. Once past the underbody panel to the gas tank, you can return the underbody fasteners. At the rear of the vehicle, go around the driver's side of the gas tank, go over this cross member, and we will now follow this brake line to the passenger side of the vehicle so we can clear the muffler. Go over the control arm and find a hole in the vehicle frame that we can pass the wire through and get it into the wheel well. Once we're into the passenger side wheel well with the power wire, we'll be ready to also bring in our output wires for the 4-flat connector, and we're going to drill a hole in the previously removed grommet. Use pliers to keep your hands clear for safety, and drill a hole through the center using a 3/8 drill bit. Now let's pass the output wires through the grommet. Let's make sure we're going through the underside. As well, we're going to pass the power wire in through the same direction. Now pass these into the vehicle body and re-secure the grommet. You will want to pull all the power wire slack in and pull in just enough 4-flat output wire to connect to the box. Now connect your power wire. As you can see, we didn't need any slack, but your installation may vary. Now connect the output wires, matching color to color. Melt the heat shrink tubing with your heat source of choice. Now use the double-sided sticky tape to secure the converter box behind the trim. Use electrical tape to secure your clamp-on connectors and the wiring we've opened up. And then use zip ties to secure any of the loose wiring. Use a couple zip ties to secure the wire to the stealth hitch. Bring it to the receiver area. Now affix the rare earth magnet to keep it in place during your travels. As well, install the provided dust cover. We're now ready to return the vehicle fascia. For detailed steps on returning the fascia, follow the link on the screen to the hitch installation video. Now insert your fuse into the fuse holder. If you've installed the Power Wire 1, this 10 amp mini fuse is not included. Finally, you can assemble the custom toe mount. First, we're going to insert it in the latch block so the car will hold it for us. The keys for the latch block will be found underneath the rubber cover. Remove the rubber cover, protecting the locking cylinder, use your keys to unlock the latch block. You can now turn the handle to unlock the latch block. When the tab is fully out, you know you're ready for your receiver. Remember, never use your accessories without locking the latch block. Now insert the 2-inch ball, lock washer, hex nut. Tighten and torque the hitch ball to the manufacturer specifications. I will link them in the description below. You will need a 1 5/8" wrench and a 1.5" socket to torque the hitch ball. That concludes the towing kit installation for your Audi Q3. Remember to practice safe trailering, and I can't wait to see you out there. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. You can also download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.